Make sure that y'all know y'all out here doing the work. Y'all on the front line. So give yourselves once again a round of applause because we gonna make it happen. We gonna do the work. Thank y'all so much. You all have a good day.
Thank you so much, Angel. Enough is enough.
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 Want to acknowledge and bring up real quick before we bring up the rep from Community Capacity Development, District Leader Corey Provo. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Jabril. Raise your hand if you've been impacted by gun violence. This is the only statistic that matters. Gun violence impacts our lives in ways that you cannot imagine. It's not always about the person that gets shot or the person doing the shooting. It impacts families, friends, and our entire community for generations going forward. When I think about how old I am now and how long I've been dealing and talking about gun violence in our community, and this is not just a Brooklyn thing. This is not just a Buffalo thing. This is not just a Queens thing. This is just not a Baltimore thing. This is across our country where we've been decimated by bullets and gun violence in our community for such a long time. Enough is enough is enough is enough. That is what we have to talk about. That is what we have to be about. Making sure that those elected officials are putting the resources in our community, putting checks in people's hands so they don't pick up a gun. That is what we need. That is what we want. That is what we have to demand from everybody. I don't want to have to be the one to show up to another funeral, to have to to continue to do these marches. The day that we can stop doing that, we can start really living our lives and doing that much better for our community. I always tell people, don't wait for your mother to get shot to come to one of these rallies and step up and make your voice be heard. Don't wait for your father. Don't wait for your brother. Don't let it get that close to your family. You have an opportunity to step up, say something, and if you know someone with a gun, tell them to just put it down. There's always a better way. We don't have to resort to that type of violence. I remember, again, just being young, being in the streets, and doing some things that we shouldn't have been doing. I've never picked up a gun to shoot anybody. I don't plan to when I teach my kids about guns. It's the same thing. We're not going down that path. That's not what I want for my family. That's not what I want for my community. So I'm happy that you guys are out here today. We'll continue to be in these streets and do what we have to do to stop the violence today.
Thank you so much, District Leader Corey Provost. When I ask what do we want, you say cure violence. What do we want?
Cure violence.
What do we want?
Cure violence.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Cure violence.
When do we want it?
Now.
When do we want it?
Now.
When do we want it?
Now.
Thank you. Next, I want to bring up Demetrius from Community Capacity Development. Thank you so much, brother.
Peace. So, I represent CCD. Everybody you see right here with these shirts right here, looking beautiful in our all black, representing what it means to be black, coming back together with unity in the spirit of our executive director and founder, Kay Bain. Anytime we come out, we stand outside. We let everybody know why we outside. So we gonna go like this. Not my hood!
Not my hood.
Not my block!
Not my block.
Enough is enough!
Enough is enough.
The shooting gotta stop!
The shooting gotta stop.
One more time. Not in my hood!
Not in my hood.
Not on my block!
Not on my block.
Enough is enough!
Enough is enough.
The shooting gotta stop!
The shooting gotta stop.
And why? Because we need human justice. The human justice model is why the shooting has to stop. And we got here, and we're here today to talk about why cure violence is necessary. But the most necessary thing that we found that Kay Bain has told us and taught us is bringing to us in the community in Canarsie is human rights plus human development gets you human justice. And that's what we've been listening to everybody talk about from our elected officials to the people working in politics, is that our people are not being represented. We are not getting the resources. Sister King talked about what National Housing has done and the thing that they're trying to do, and it starts with resources. But when you get there, what happens when you get there? What happens when you put the money in the community if you're not developing the people? And it's the people that are hurting. So when I say human, you say justice. Human
Justice.
Human
Justice.
Human
Justice.
And that means us being seen. That means not just giving us the resources to make the things happen, but that is us giving the plan and the programming to make sure that these things are truly ingrained in the community. That means changing the community from the kids in our youth builder program that we do. That means giving the adults the technical training and the career training that they need. That means us evolving, coming out showing that we are more than just an anti-gun violence situation. We are a community situation. We are about our kids, we are about our families, we are about our elders. So when I say human, you say justice. Human
Justice.
Human
Justice.
And human justice is what we're here about. Black people and brown people being shot down by black people and brown people. And trying to figure out the why. K-Bane always says that violence is just a symptom of something. So what we are seeing is just the end result of things not happening. Kids not having. Brothers and sisters hopeless. This is what we are here to fight for. So yes, a Cure Violence site makes sense. Yes, Canarsie needs all the beautiful love and attention it can get. But we as CCD honestly believe that when you get human justice, you start to develop the people. And the people change from right here. So when I say human, you say justice. Human
Justice.
Human
Justice.
My name is Demetrius Emilian. I am the NYC Community Coordinator on behalf of K-Bane, our Executive Founder and Director. We say we are here for you, Canarsie. We're going to always be outside. We're going to always be standing up tall. And we are not only here in Canarsie for your love and support. We're going to be in Brooklyn. We're going to be in Queens. We're going to be in Staten Island. We are citywide trying to make sure that we give human justice to the people. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brother Dimitri. That was powerful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Give it up one more time for CCD, please. CCD. Next up, I want to call Tyler from East Flatbush Village. They've been doing a lot of work. They actually did some outreach right here on this very corner. They've been out here. So please give it up for EFV. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Let me first off start by saying my condolences to the families that is affected by this. It is a unfortunate event that has happened, and our hearts really do go out to everyone who's affected by it. What we at EFB are standing by is we denounce gun violence. We are not here for it. We are actually in projects to prevent gun violence. We stand up against all forms of crime, including hate crime as well. I'm sorry, this is just it's a little bit emotional. As I say every time I have to speak, I have to reflect on the fact that I just had a son. My son is 1 year old, and I have to think about him growing up in this environment. I grew up in Canarsie. So I grew up in Canarsie myself. I'm a 25-year-old father to a 1-year-old son. And I have to think about him growing up in this community. I have to think about him potentially being that victim that gets shot, or his friends being the victim that gets shot. This is not okay. This should never happen. It should never happen. We need to stand up against this. And we need to do this as a community, and us from East Flatbush are here for all of y'all, and we are here to prevent any type of gun violence, any type of hate crime, any type of crime against people of color, people of just humans in general, as Demetrius said. It's a crazy scene.
All right, take your time, bro.
I apologize. This is just not right, man. It's not. It's not okay.
It's all right. It's all right.
Give it up. That's what happens. I don't think we understand. His brother say he has a 1-year-old son. He has a son growing up in this community. How traumatizing that is to think. Living in a community where folks can just get shot, getting some food at Nicky's. It's traumatizing. So I want to thank you, I want to acknowledge your power for even coming up, brother. Give it up one more time for EFV. Give it up, please. We're going to come wrap up our program. We're going to have Otis come up. If you look actually across the street, there's a mural of Blanca. Otis and Blanca were childhood friends. And Blanca, if I'm not mistaken, was lost to gun violence less than a mile from here, over this summer. Is that right? Yep. Less than a mile from here, over this summer. Blanca was lost. So we wanted to bring up Otis, community advocate against gun violence. But it's insane, we're living in a community, we have a mural of a brother that was lost less than a mile ago, And we're literally around the corner, is another mural for someone who was just lost. That's not right. We can't normalize that, and we're gonna come out every time there's a shooter in our community. Please give it up for Otis.
Thank you. So, Laka and I went to PSU 76. We went to Build-A-See over there, and when I heard that he got shot, you know, it shook in my body, like how it shook your body with your your child. I have an 8-year-old, and last week he was bullied in class. And one of the things that I tried to talk to him about the other day was, he was like, I'm gonna get revenge. And my thought now, what is his thought of revenge? Is it picking up a gun? Is it fighting like how we used to do regularly, like fist fight? But one of the first things he said was, oh, in Roblox, they do this thing that they shoot each other. So now, I know that's not only my child thinking, getting revenge is picking up a gun. I also think about all the other kids out there. And it sickens me that the world that we live in today, that is one of the things that the kids think about right away. Picking up a gun to get revenge. Now, we all here together, elected officials, community advocates, we need to hold accountable not only the elected leaders, but also our community. We need to speak to each other. No matter what the differences are, we need to come together and unite. There's so many organizations that are doing good work. EFB for over the 10 years I've worked with. And there's other organizations that are doing more. So now that we're here on East 80th, I don't want to wake up tomorrow, look at Citizen app and say, see another gunshot violence, but it's going to happen because we aren't talking to each other. We got to talk to each other and inspire our kids not only to make a living, they must make a living, but they must also aspire to make a difference amongst each other. So everyone's here. I want you guys to continue keeping our community and all of us in prayer and just talk to each other, conversate, because we're going to get a lot done if we talk to each other and the solutions will come. Have a good night.
Thank you so much. And to close out, we want to say we was here last Saturday in Canarsie at Bayview, denouncing the violence and calling for a clear violence site in the name of Jameer Jones and all those laws. 4 days later, we lost another community member, and we're back out here on Saturday. God forbid that we don't get an answer, we don't get action, and the same thing happens again. We don't want that. So please, those who have the power to release the funding and get these groups who are eager to do the work, they're eager to do the work. Give them the money to do it. Give us a clear violence site. Get us some action. Eric Adams, we need action. You get sworn in a couple weeks. We need a clear violence site in Canarsie. You have the power to do it. So when I say stop shooting, you say clear violence. Stop shooting. Stop shooting. Stop shooting. Stop shooting. Stop shooting. Stop shooting. Thank you. Give it up. Thanks again to CCD, everyone, for coming out. We're going to be in touch over the next coming weeks. We're going to reach out to more news organizations so we can get blasted, push as much as we can onto the mayor so he can act, the incoming mayor so he can act. And we're not going to stop until we get a clear violence site. And like Demetrius said, EFV, you already been here. We're going to do the work regardless. You know, funded or not, these groups are going to do the work. So I really want to thank everyone for coming out. Especially our council member, I think she left. She's doing her thing over there doing calls. I want to thank you for coming out, and please, let's continue to fight, let's continue to uplift this, and we're going to get a clear violence site in Canarsie. Want to do one quick group photo, and then we can break from there. So if everyone can line up right here, thank you so much.